right, we're live right here at Logan High School, Roger Gertz Field. We're about 10 minutes away from the first pitch, so we'll be right back here in a few moments. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are live right here at Roger Gertz Field. About 10 minutes away from the first pitch. We'll be right back. Tonight is Game 1 of the Class AA Region 4 Championship Series between the Sissonville Indians and your Logan High School Wildcats. The winner of this series will represent Region 4 in the state tournament in Charleston, West Virginia. At this time, we will introduce the starting lineups for each team, followed by the playing of the national anthem. And now the starting lineup for Sissonville High School. Batting first, playing center field, number 3, Isaiah Ramsey. Batting second, playing second base, number 33, Stevie Loftus. Batting third, playing left field, number 1, Eli Simonton. Batting fourth, playing third base, number 12, Colton Carpenter. Batting fifth, playing shortstop, number 8, Braden Perdue. Batting sixth, the pitcher, number 24, Colin Cottrell. Batting seventh, the catcher, number 35, Tristan Ports. Batting eighth, playing right field, number 4, Jacob Coleman. Batting ninth, the designated hitter, number 14, Lake Hines. And playing first base, number 11, Wyatt Lester. And now, the starting lineup for your Logan High School Wildcats. Batting first, playing center field, number 23, Aiden Slag. Batting second, the catcher, number 12, Jake Ramey. Batting third, the pitcher, number 16, Dawson Maynard. Batting fourth, playing right field, number 3, Corbin Bostic. Batting fifth, playing second base, number 11, Garrett Williamson. Batting sixth, playing first base, number 19, Connor Lowe. Batting seventh, playing left field, number 9, Ryan Roberts. Batting eighth, the designated hitter, number 14, Jared Burnett. Playing third base, number 4, Cole Blankenship. And batting ninth, the shortstop, number 7, Carson Kirk. Please rise and remove your hats as we honor America with the playing of the national anthem. Gun bag's not ready yet. All right, we're live right here at Roger Gertz Field. We are ready to start Game 1 of the Class AA Region 4 Championship Series between the Sissonville Indians and Logan High School Wildcats. On the mound tonight for Logan High School is number 16, Dawson Maynard, the junior pitcher third baseman who is the last year's state player of the year in AA as he captained the first team all-state team, takes the mound tonight versus Sissonville in game 1. As the winning team of this series, whoever wins 2 games first, heads on to Charleston to play in the state tournament. As we get the final pitches in, we'll be right back here in a few moments. All right, we're ready to get started here at Logan High School. Dawson Maynard on the mound coming up for Sissonville. Leading off is number 3, Isaiah Ramsey. I will be doing double duty here tonight as I'll be going live, also doing the PA, so you'll hear me announcing players. So just giving you a heads up. The first pitch is ball 1. Ball is popped up towards center field. Aiden Slack is underneath it, and he does get the catch for the first out. So on the F8, there's 1 out in the books. And that brings up Stevie Loftus. Up to bat for Sissonville, number 33, Stevie Loftus. So Stevie Loftus comes up for Sissonville with 1 out on the board. Trying to get some things situated here. All right, first pitch is in there for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike on Loftus. Nobody on, 1 out. Here's the 0-1 pitch from Maynard. Popped back out of play, making it 0-2. So no balls and 2 strikes with 1 out on the board. Here at Logan High School, Game 1 of the Class AA Region 4 Championship Series between Logan and Sissonville. And here comes the pitch from Maynard. Right down the pipe, not looking. 2 outs on the board on the strikeout from Dawson Maynard. Nice pitch. And Maynard is fired up on the mound tonight as he gets Loftus going down without looking. There's a swinging, no swinging, looking. All right, 2 outs here in the top of the first inning. That brings up Eli Simonton. And here comes the first pitch from Dawson Maynard. Swings and misses, strike 1. So no balls and 1 strike on Eli Simonton with 2 outs here in the top of the first. Popped up. That should be caught by Maynard, but Ramey is underneath it. Misses it off the glove, but Maynard is there to back him up and get the catch. The 3rd out of the inning. The ball is popped up, comes off Ramey's glove and into Maynard's glove. We're going to the bottom of the first. We'll be right back. All right, all right. So there for the third out, just to let you know what was going on. There was a high pop-up, and Ramey was out in front of home plate. And the ball kind of tailed back, as you know, as a catcher. That's the hardest ball in baseball to catch. It comes off the tip of his glove, but Maynard was right behind him, and it falls right into Maynard's glove for the third and final out of the top of the first. Now we are going to the bottom of the first, and on the mound for Sissonville High School is number 24, Colin Cottrell. Coming up for Logan, here in the bottom of the first, leading off will be Aiden Slack, followed by Jake Ramey and Dawson Maynard. Then Corbin Bostick, Garrett Williamson, Connor Lowe, Ryan Roberts, Jared Burnett, and Carson Kirk. All right, we're getting ready to throw down to start the bottom of the first. All right, Aiden Slack is getting ready to step into the box here in the bottom of the first to lead off the Logan High School Wildcats here in Game 1 of the Class AA Region 4 Region Series. All right, Slack steps in. And the first pitch from Cottrell. Curveball hits on the outside corner, making it strike one. So 0-1 on Slack. That's high and outside, making it 1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike on Slack here in the bottom of the first. The 1-1 pitch. In the dirt, 2-1. So 2 balls and 1 strike on Slack, with no outs here in the bottom of the first inning. The 2-1 pitch. Swings and misses, makes it 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes on Slack. Swings and misses, strike 3. So 1 out on the board. Now to bat for Logan, number 12, Jake Ramey. All right, Jake Ramey steps in, looks at the first pitch, and it's high for ball 1. So 1-0 on Ramey with 1 out in the bottom of the first. The 1-0 pitch. And that's ripped towards second, but fielded cleanly and over on the 4-3. 2 outs on the board. All right, Maynard steps in for Logan with 2 outs on the board. Swings and misses. Makes it 0-1. A lot of people are expecting a low-scoring game tonight as 2 of the top pitchers in AA are going at it right here in Logan, West Virginia. Here's the 0-1. High fly pop-up towards center as the center fielder calls everybody off, and the third out is caught. So we got 1 inning in the books here at Logan High School. We're going to the top of the second. No score. We'll be right back. All right, we're getting ready to throw down here to begin the second inning as Ramey does the throw down. Coming up for Sissonville is number 12, Colton Carpenter. All right, Carpenter is up for Sissonville. Here in the top of the second, as each team in the first inning goes 3 up, 3 down. And what everyone is expecting to be a pitcher's duel between Dawson Maynard and Colin Cottrell. As Maynard gets ready to throw his first pitch of the second inning. That's in the dirt, making it 1-0, so 1 ball, no strikes on Colton Carpenter. I'm sure there's a lot of baseball being played today around the state as he swings and misses, making it 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike on Carpenter. The 1-1 pitch. Ground ball towards short. That's hit deep in the pocket. Fielded by Kirk over to first. And on the scoop. What a scoop by Connor Lowe. A fantastic play by Lowe to get the out for Logan High School. That brings up Braden Perdue as the ball was hit deep into the pocket for Kirk. And it was going to be a tough play, but Kirk was fielding it cleanly. Got the ball out fast to Connor Lowe as he done the scoop in a big stretch to get the first out of the second inning. Swings and misses, making it 0-1 for Purdue. Nice play by Kirk, nice play by Connor Lowe. Here comes the 0-1 from Maynard. Ground ball foul, making it 0-2. So Maynard's up in the count with no balls and 2 strikes with 1 out here in the top of the second. So in the batter's box for Sissonville is number 8, Braden Perdue, playing shortstop for Sissonville. Logan defensively left to right from third to first in the infield. You got Blankenship, Kirk, Williamson, and Lowe. Maynard is on the mound. Ramey behind the plate. And here's the 0-2 pitch for Maynard. Swing and misses, strike 3. So 2 outs now on the board. And for Dawson Maynard, that's his second strikeout of the game. That brings up the pitcher, Colin Cottrell, with 2 outs here in the top of the second inning. Swings and misses, making it 0-1, so no balls and 1 strike on Cottrell. You could almost cut the intensity in the air tonight with a knife. The 0-1 just misses, making it 1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike on Cottrell here in the top of the second with 2 outs on the board. Swing and a miss, making it 1-2. So the breaking ball breaks in front of Cottrell as he was expecting a fastball. And it makes it 1-2. So with 2 outs, here's the 1-2 pitch from Maynard. Ground ball towards second, fielded cleanly by Williamson. Over to first for the 3rd out of the top of the second. We're going to the bottom of the second. We'll be right back. All right, we are ready to start the bottom of the second inning. And coming up for Logan is Corbin Bostic. He's going to do a flashback here. I'm going to let you listen into it. Now to bat for Logan, number 3, Corbin Bostic. Corbin bringing up the old school walk-up from his freshman year. As we start the bottom of the second inning with Bostic stepping in to bat for Logan. On deck for Logan is Garrett Williamson, followed by Connor Lowe. Here's the first pitch to Bostic. Check foul swing into the stands. 0-1. So no balls and 1 strike on Bostic as Cottrell calls for another ball. As that one, I believe, landed on the coaches' chairs over here on the Logan side. So we've had a top of the first, a bottom of the first, and a top of the second, and each one has been 3 up, 3 down. Logan trying to change that here in the bottom of the second. As the curveball gets in there for 0-2. So no balls and 2 strikes on Bostic as Cottrell, his breaking stuff seems to be working pretty good in the early stages of the game. The 0-2. That's high. Behind the catcher, 1-2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes on Bostic. The 1-2. Breaking ball just misses, making it 2-2. As Bostic steps back in with a 2-2 count. With no outs, he's the leadoff hitter here in the bottom of the second inning. Here's the 2-2. That's right down the pipe, strike 3. That brings up Garrett Williamson for Logan with 1 out on the board. And he pops that one foul, making it 0-1. No balls and 1 strike with 1 out here in the bottom of the second inning. Garrett Williamson at the plate for Logan. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Swings and misses, makes it 0-2. As you can see right now, it's a battle of will right now between Logan and Sissonville. As every batter that's come up has set down. Williamson trying to change that. And that's high, making it 1-2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes with 1 out. The 1-2 pitch. Swings and misses, strike 3. So 2 outs on the board. All right, Connor Lowe steps in for Logan. Here in the bottom of the second, he grounds 1 foul, making it 0-1. The 0-1 pitch to Lowe. Breaking ball misses, makes it 1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike on Connor Lowe with 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. Fouls that one back, making it 1-2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs on Connor Lowe here in the bottom of the second. No score. Here in Game 1 of the Class AA Region 4 Championship Series. The 1-2 pitch. Swing and misses, strike 3. All right, we're going to the top of the third. There's been 12 batters Step into the box. 12 batters have set down. No hits, no walks. Through 2. A pitcher's duel so far through the first 2 innings here at Logan High School. As the pitcher warms up, we're going to take a break and be right back. All right, we are ready to start the top of the 3rd inning. Coming up for Sissonville is number 35, Tristan Ports. Up to bat for Sissonville, number 35, Tristan Ports. We've had 12 batters step into the batter's box in the first 2 innings, and all 12 batters have set down. 2 strikeouts by Maynard, 3 by Cottrell. As he swings at strike 1. So no balls and 1 strike on Tristan Ports. The 0-1 pitch. Misses inside, making it 1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike on Ports in the top of the 3rd inning. Breaking ball's fouled off, making it 1-2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes on Tristan Ports. In the outfield for Logan, from left to right, we got Ryan Roberts, Aiden Slack, and Corbin Bostic. The 1-2 pitch from Maynard. Popped up over toward the fan side and hits the top of the roof. Still 1-2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes on Ports here in the top of the 3rd. The 1-2 pitch. Right down the middle. Nice breaking ball for strike 3. Maynard's 3rd strikeout of the game and the first out on the board here in the 3rd inning. So 1 out is on the board here in the top of the 3rd on Maynard's 3rd strikeout. And stepping in is Jacob Coleman for Sissonville. Breaking ball hits. 0-1. No balls and 1 strike on Jacob Coleman. That hits the outside. Nice pitch, making it 0-2. So no balls and 2 strikes with 1 out on Coleman. The 0-2 pitch. Breaking ball in the dirt makes it 1-2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. As Maynard stands to deliver the 1-2. It's high, making it 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes on Jacob Coleman. That's in the dirt. Full count. So 3 balls, 2 strikes, full count on Jacob Coleman with 1 out in the top of the 3rd. There's not been a base runner yet in this ball game. As Maynard is barreling down on the 3-2 pitch, that's in the dirt and walks him. So the first base runner is on in this ball game by a walk. So the first base runner is on in this ball game. It's a walk by Maynard as Jacob Coleman now is at first base. And that brings up the number 9 hitter, Lake Haynes, the designated hitter. He pops that one back out of play toward the Sissonville side, making it 0-1. So no balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Runner at first, as he made it on a walk. And stepping in is Lake Haynes. Throws over to first, and he's back safe to keep that runner honest. Maynard looks over to first, looking home. Here's the 0-1. Shows bunt, pulls back, 1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike on Lake Haynes. Maynard steps off. Getting some direction from Kevin as Kevin asked a couple questions to home plate. And we're ready to resume play again. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Here's the 1-1 pitch from Maynard. Shows bunt and does miss. So he does try to attempt the bunt. And that makes it 1-2. So the bunt will be off now on the 1-2 count. With 1 out, he throws over to first, which is usually an opportunity for the team to try to get a steal there on a 1-2 count. But with Maynard throwing to first and keeping that runner honest, they're going to try to limit that steal down. Here's the 1-2. Swings and misses. Fouls it off. Stays alive at 1-2. Lake Haynes in the batter's box. Here's the 1-2 from Maynard. Ground ball toward third, fielded by Blankenship. Over to first for the 2nd out. So on the fielder's choice, 5-3. There's 2 outs on the board, but the runner does advance to scoring position at second with 2 outs and brings up the leadoff, hot-hitting Isaiah Ramsey. So Ramsey steps in for Sissonville with a runner in scoring position and 2 outs. And the first pitch to Ramsey. Outside, 1-0. One ball, no strikes, 2 outs here in the top of the 3rd. Runner at second. Misses outside, 2-0. The 2-0. That's in the dirt, making it 3-0. So 3 balls, no strikes on the leadoff hitter, Isaiah Ramsey. And they're just going to go ahead and walk him, which is probably a smart move in that situation, as he definitely does a good bat. That's going to bring up Stevie Loftus, who struck out his last time up with 2 outs on the board. They figured, why waste the pitches on Isaiah Ramsey? Just go ahead and put him on first. So runners are now at first and second for Sissonville, with Loftus coming in. And that's in the dirt as Ramey saves a pass ball, making it 1-0. Nice job by Jake Ramey as the players are coming in to talk to Maynard to kind of calm him down a little bit. But we got 1 ball, no strikes. We got 2 outs on the board, but runners at first and second for Sissonville. All All right, we're ready to resume play here with 1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs. Top of the 3rd inning. Runners at first and second. Stevie Loftus at the plate for Sissonville. The 1-0. That's right down the pipe. 1-1. As Loftus takes the pitch looking, making it 1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 outs. Top of the 3rd. The 1-1 pitch from Maynard. Low in the dirt, 2-1. As the Logan fans rally behind Maynard, here comes the 2-1 pitch. Fouled back, 2-2. The 2-2 pitch. Just misses. Woo, and the fans are not happy with that one. That makes it a full count. As he says, it misses on the outside corner. Makes it a full count with runners at first and second. And that's hit up in the air toward first base. Lowe is underneath it, and he does catch it for the 3rd out. All right, top of the 3rd is in the books. No score as we go to the bottom of the 3rd. We'll be right back. All right, we're ready to start the bottom of the 3rd. Ryan Roberts is coming up for Logan. And they said he went on the first one, making it 0-1. So no balls and 1 strike. This is the 18th batter in this ballgame, and he rips one towards center, but should be caught, and it is for out number 1 on the deep fly ball to center field, and it brings up Jared Burnett. So Burnett coming up for Logan as Roberts hit a deep fly ball for the first out of the bottom of the 3rd inning. And the first pitch is for strike 1, making it 0-1. No balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Swings and misses, making it 0-2 on Jared Burnett. So no balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Bottom of the third, Jared Burnett at the plate. And he hits one up the middle for a base hit. So Burnett gets the first hit of the game. And we got a runner at first now, as I announce Carson Kirk. All right, Carson Kirk steps in with 1 out as Jared Burnett is able to get the first hit in the ball game for Logan High School, or for both sides. And with 1 out, bunt by Kirk goes foul, making it 0-1. So Jared Burnett gets a hard single to get the first hit of the game. With 1 out, Carson Kirk steps in with no balls and 1 strike, as he showed bunt but went foul, and he is showing bunt again. And here's the pitch. Pulls back. Ball gets by the first baseman on the throwdown. This is going to be a tough play at second. He's sliding in. He's safe. Ball gets by, but they keep Burnett at second. So on the throwdown by the catcher, it gets by the first baseman, advances Burnett to second, and your count's 1-1. So Logan has a runner in scoring position here with 1 out, and Carson Kirk at the plate with a 1-1 count. So you got to think the bunt is off here as they look to score Burnett. And here's the 1-1 to Kirk. Shows bunt, pulls back, 2-1. As they may still try to do the bunt here. That's in the dirt, making it 3-1. So 3 balls, 1 strike, 1 out, runner at first. So you know the bunt's taken off right now as Kirk steps into the box on a 3-1 pitch from Cottrell. And that is popped up over toward first. He's over toward the warning track side and hits the second baseman's glove, but new life for Carson Kirk, and that makes it 3-2, full count. Now on Kirk with 1 out. I apologize about the scoreboard. He is at second. Burnett is at second. Full count, 1 out, runner at second. Kirk steps in. The pitch. High, walks him. That brings up Aiden Slack for Logan as he steps into the box with runners at first and second. And 1 out. That's high, ball 1. The catcher come out to talk to the pitcher, and the pitcher told him not to come out. Called him back and said, you need to go back. So 1 ball, no strikes, 1 out. As Slack steps back in with runners at first and second. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Misses, 2-0. So 2 balls and no strikes on Slack as Logan is trying to get something going here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. The 2-0 pitch. Breaking ball misses, 3-0. So now Slack, is probably going to be on the take right here with 3 balls and no strikes with runners at first and second and only 1 out. And on deck for Logan is Jake Ramey. Slack steps in, runners at first and second. 3-0 pitch from Cottrell. And that does hit the outside corner, making it 3-1. So the take was on. Got 3 balls and 1 strike on Aiden Slack. So now the take's taken off with runners at first and second. And here comes the 3-1 pitch. Fouls it back, makes it 3-2. Three balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. We got Jared Burnett at second, Carson Kirk at first, Aiden Slack at the plate. Here's the pitch, breaking ball's high, walks him. So now bases are loaded for Jake Ramey. Jake Ramey comes up for Logan with bases loaded and 1 out on the board. As he steps in, getting ready to see his first pitch. So Logan trying to get something going here, and Ramey hits one towards second. The 4, the 6. The throw is off, and Ramey does his job and knocks in 2 runs on the 4-6 fielder's choice. All right, Dawson Maynard comes in. I had to announce him there for a minute. Sorry, I'll get you updated on everything here in 1 second. All right. So there's 2 outs on the board now, and we have a runner at first base. And there are 2 runs as Kirk scored and Burnett scored on the ground ball as they tried to go for the 4-6-3. And it didn't work. So Ramey gets 2 RBIs. First pitch to Maynard, strike 1. So Logan has a 2-0 lead here in the bottom of the third on the fielder's choice ground ball by Jake Ramey. Fouls that one off. Makes it 0-2, so no balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs on Dawson Maynard. But Logan drawing blood first here in the bottom of the third with a 2-0 lead. As Jake Ramey gets 2 RBIs. And here comes the 0-2 pitch. Runner goes low. Safe. So, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Sorry about that, guys. I'm multitasking here with the PA and everything, so bear with me. We got a runner at second now with 2 outs. Dawson Maynard has a 1-2 count. And Logan does have a runner in scoring position as McCormick Ilderton able to get the stolen base. The 1-2 pitch to Maynard. That's high and outside, making it 2-2. So now you got to think a hitter's pitch is coming up here with 2-2 count as Dawson Maynard steps in with Ilderton at second with 2 outs here in the bottom of the third. Logan has put 2 runs on the board this inning. The 2-2. Maynard rips one down third, and you can rule that a hit as it does hit the glove. But we now got runners on the corners at first and third. Up to bat for Logan, number 3, Corbin Bostic. And that brings up Corbin Bostic now on the hard hit ball by Dawson Maynard. We now have runners on the corners as the catcher steps out and gives his instructions on what they're going to do when the ball is put into play. As Corbin Bostic steps in for Logan with runners at first and third. And 2 outs on the board. The first pitch to Bostic. High, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes on Corbin Bostic. Runner at third is McCormick Ilderton. Runner at first is Dawson Maynard. Maynard goes. They throw over, and okay, he's out at home. That's the end of the inning. I'll explain here in a second. All right, we're back there. Corbin Bostic steps out. They throw over to first as Maynard was trying to steal second. And they sent Ilderton home. And the first baseman able to, he bobbled the ball a little bit, which resulted in them trying to send Ilderton home. But the first baseman, on a good throw to home, gets Ilderton out at home plate. But Logan able to get 2 runs on the board in the third inning as we're going to the top of the fourth. Logan has a 2-0 lead. We'll be right back. All right, we're ready to start the fourth inning here. Eli Simonton stepping in for Sissonville High School. He hits one towards center field. Slack seems to be under it and does have the first out. So 1 out in the books for Logan. Up to bat for Sissonville now is number 12, Colton Carpenter. On the F8, there's 1 out now on the books as Carpenter settles in to see his first pitch here. Grounded out to short his last time up and looks at strike 1. So no balls and 1 strike with 1 out. Logan able to get 2 runs on the board the last inning on a deep hit by Jake Ramey. Actually not a hit, but it was a 4-6 fielder's choice, but it was deep in the pocket that allowed 2 runs to score as the second baseman tried to get the 4-6-3 double play. And it allowed 2 runs to score. So Logan's up 2-0 on 2 hits. Nice pitch by Dawson Maynard right down the middle, makes it 0-2. So no balls and 2 strikes on Carpenter. In the top of the fourth inning, here's the 0-2 pitch from Maynard. Misses low, makes it 1-2. Nice location on an 0-2 pitch. You want to put that down there. Didn't swing for it though, makes it 1-2. And here comes the 1-2 from Maynard. And that's popped up, looks foul. Lowe makes an attempt at it, but I don't think he's going to get to it. And he does not as he runs into the fence. And it stays 1-2. Actually, it's 2-2. I apologize. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Colton Carpenter. 1 out here in the top of the fourth inning. Here comes the 2-2. That's high. Full count. So Carpenter's got a full count on him here in the top of the fourth inning. 1 out is on the board. Here's the 3-2. That hit him. So a hit by pitch gives Sissonville a runner with 1 out. That brings up Braden Perdue. So Braden Perdue comes up for Sissonville, who struck out his last time up. As Sissonville has a runner at first on the hit by pitch by Dawson Maynard. Jake Ramey steps out a little bit. He's got a little bit of dirt in his eye as they're calling for the saline solution to come over, I believe. All right. Brought some water out to wash out Jake's eyes. I guess some dirt come up and got in Ramey's eye, as he seems to be okay as he's putting the helmet back on. And we're going to continue play here with no count on Braden Purdue and 1 out with a runner at first. So Purdue steps in with 1 out. That's in the dirt. Nice block by Ramey. Makes the count 1-0. So we're in the top of the 4th. Dawson Maynard has 51 pitches. Colin Cottrell, through 3 innings, has 46. So 1 ball, no strikes. Here's the pitch, as that's right down the pipe as he looks at strike 1, making it 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike with 1 out in the top of the 4th. And he pops that one back. Ramey looks at it, but steps away, making it 1-2. So Maynard's up in the count here with a 1-2 count. And at first base, you got Colton Carpenter, as he was hit by a pitch. And Purdue is now looking at the 1-2 with 1 out. Getting the signs from the third base coach. Got to wonder if they're going to attempt a steal here with the 1-2 count. As Maynard looks over, here's the 1-2 pitch. They do not try to steal. He gets up underneath it and pops it up towards short. Kirk calls everyone off and makes the catch. So 2 outs now in the book on the pop up to shortstop, and that's going to bring up Colin Cottrell for Sissonville. Cottrell grounded out to second his last time up. And with 2 outs on the board, a runner at first, Cottrell steps in. Hits one deep into shortstop. Kirk, nice play on the 6'4" fielder's choice. Nice play by Carson Kirk as he fielded that one deep in the pocket and missiled it over to second base. We're going to the bottom of the 4th. We'll be right back. All right, we're ready to start the bottom of the 4th. Up to bat for Logan, number 3, Corbin Bostic. As Corbin Bostic comes up for Logan High School to start off the bottom of the 4th inning. Logan up 2-0. So coming up for Logan this inning is Bostic, Williamson, and low. The first pitch to Bostic is in there for strike one. So no balls, one strike on Bostic. The 0-1 pitch from Cottrell. That's high, 1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Bostic his first time up, struck out. Bostic, who has near 20 extra base hits this year. And he absolutely rips that one toward left, but he's underneath it for the out. Nice hit by Bostic. Excuse me. Garrett Williamson comes up for Logan. As Bostic hit a deep shot to left field for out number 1. Nice job by the second baseman as Williamson line drives it towards second as he runs to say it hit the ground, and they're going to make a decision here between the umpires if it was a line drive caught out or was it bounced into the glove. As the umpires are going to discuss here, as Williamson hit a line drive towards second base, it seems that it was caught, but from our view, it may have hit the ground. And the umpires are discussing right now as Williamson's still staying at first, and they call it an out. So Williamson is out. As Connor Lowe steps in for Logan with 2 outs on the board. Connor Lowe struck out his first time up. Looks at 0-1. So no balls, 1 strike on Connor Lowe. With 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th inning. The 0-1 pitch. Breaking ball misses, making it 1-1. So the curveball misses. Well, it seems to be on the outside corner on the left-handed hitter, making it 1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, nobody on here in the bottom of the 4th. Fouled back, makes it 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Connor Lowe steps up to the plate. The 1-2 pitch from Cottrell. Misses, 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes on Connor Lowe. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Breaking ball, swings and misses. And that will end the 4th. 2-0 Logan. We're going to the top of the 5th. We'll be right back. All right, we're ready to start the top of the 5th inning, and it's what has been a fantastic baseball game between 2 really good teams, as these pitchers have done an excellent job for each of their squads. Coming up for Sissonville is number 35, Tristan Ports. Ports struck out his first time up. And here comes the first pitch to Ports. High, ball one. So we're in the top of the fifth. Logan up 2-0. This game has only been started now and played for about an hour and 32 minutes. As that's high, making it ball two, so 2-0.
2-0.
2 balls, no strikes on Tristan Ports. Swings and misses, actually fouls it off, making it 2-1. Through 4 innings of play so far, Sissonville, no runs, no hits, no errors. Logan through 4 innings, 2 runs, 2 hits, no errors, and what has been a fantastic ball game, as you wouldn't expect anything less from these 2 clubs as they battle it out here in Game 1 for the Region 4 Championship. Maynard back on the mound now. So here comes the 2-1 pitch from Maynard. Just misses, making it 3-1. So 3 balls, 1 strike, no outs on Ports. Here in the top of the fifth, the 3-1 pitch. Swings and misses, makes it a full count, 3-2. Ports steps out of the box as he steps back in and looks at a 3-2 count. And here comes the pitch from Maynard. Right down the pipe. Ooh, just misses. I apologize. I thought that was a strike. But it was not, and he is walked. That brings up Jacob Coleman as Sissonville able to get their lead runner on with the walk. I don't have the perfect view back there from where I'm sitting, so it must have been a little outside as he walks the leadoff hitter here in the top of the fifth, Tristan Ports, and there's a runner at first. That's going to bring up Jacob Coleman, who walked his first time up and represents the tying run in this ball game as of right now. So no outs, runner at first. The number 8 hole hitter, number 4 Jacob Coleman, steps in. Shows bunt, fouls it back, 0-1. Sissonville is trying to bunt over Ports to get him in scoring position, but Coleman not able to put that bunt down. Makes it 0-1. Probably got to still think here that the bunt is still on. As he takes a few extra swings, you got to think so. Here's the 0-1. As Coleman steps in with Maynard ready to deliver the pitch. Shows bunt. It's popped up and barely missed by Connor Lowe as Lowe made a diving attempt to get the catch, but makes it 0-2. So the bunt is off now, as Coleman will step in with an 0-2 count with their runner at first and no outs here in the top of the fifth. Maynard steps on the mound, runner at first, Coleman at the plate. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. That's high and outside, 1-2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes on Jacob Coleman. Maynard ready to deliver. Breaking ball misses, makes it 2-2. So the breaking ball misses out front, making it 2 balls, 2 strikes. No outs on the board. Sissonville has a runner at first as he reached on a walk. And here comes the 2-2 pitch from Dawson Maynard. That's in the dirt. full count. So 3 straight balls by Maynard has a full count for Coleman. With Ports at first. And here's the full count pitch from Maynard. Nope, he steps off. So Maynard steps off. Getting more signs here from the third base coach. Maynard looks over to first, ready to deliver. Here's the pitch. Misses. Now here we are in the top of the 5th inning, and Sissonville has 2 runners on with no outs. And Kevin is going to make a mound visit here, as back-to-back walks by Dawson Maynard has put runners at first and second with no outs. As Kevin talks to the pitcher, we'll take a break. We'll be right back. All right, we are ready to resume play here. In the top of the 5th, Sissonville has runners at first and second. The number 9 hole hitter, the designated hitter, comes in, number 14, Lake Haynes, with no outs on the board. As Logan is defending the bunt. Here's the pitch. Misses. 1-0. So 1 ball, no strikes on Lake Haynes with runners at first and second. Here's the 1-0. Shows bunt, pulls back, but it's strike 1. So 1-1 now. So 1 ball, 1 strike. At second base, you have a pinch runner. And I believe that's number, I can't see his number. But either way, here comes the 1-1 pitch from Maynard. Shows bunt. Misses it, actually, and makes it 1-2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. As Logan playing the bunt. But now with the 1-2 count, you got to think the bunt is off right here. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. Runners at first and second. Here's the 1-2 pitch from Maynard. Breaking ball, grounded toward first. Fielded cleanly by Lowe. Over to third. And on a nice play by Connor Lowe on the fielder's choice 1-5, they get that lead runner out. So smart play by Connor Lowe on the 1-5. The lead runner is out, and that leaves runners at first and second. But that brings up the dangerous Isaiah Ramsey with 1 out on the board. As Ramsey steps in, as they're going to call time here, as the coach from Sissonville is going to go up and make a change. I think they're going to do a pinch runner coming in for Sissonville. So on the ground ball by Lake Haynes that was hit over toward Connor Lowe, he made an absolute great play, fielded it cleanly, and threw a missile over to third base to get that lead run out on a 1-5. That's not many that you write down in the books as a 1-5. So with 1 out in the books now, runners still stay at first and second. And Isaiah Ramsey's at the plate for Sissonville. All right, here we go. The dangerous Ramsey steps in with one out and runners at first and second. And Maynard steps in, ready to deliver the pitch. That's in the dirt, making it 1-0. So 1 ball, no strikes on Isaiah Ramsey. Here comes the 1-0 from Maynard. Misses outside. 2-0. So 2 balls and no strikes on Ramsey with 1 out. The 2-0 pitch. That's high, 3-0. So 3 balls and no strikes on Isaiah Ramsey, who was walked and flew out to center in this game. The 3-0. Hits the outside corner, making it 3-1. So Maynard makes the decision to go at him on the 3-0 count with 1 out on the board. The 3-1 pitch. Right down the pipe, full count. Nice pitch by Dawson Maynard. So 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Yeah, runners at first and second here in the top of the 5th. The full count pitch. He challenges him and he fouls it off. Stays 3-2. All right, Maynard steps in. He's ready to deliver the full count pitch here with 1 out. Here's the pitch. Grounds it foul. So Ramsey stays alive as it remains a full count here in the top of the 5th with runners at first and second. All right, Dawson steps up to the mound. Here comes the 3-2. Pops it up. That might be catchable, but no, it's not. Ramey looked at it, thought it was going to come back to him there for a second, but continued to sail out of the park here and stays 3-2 as Ramsey battles off again. All right, Maynard steps in with a 3-2 count here. Runners at first and second. Isaiah Ramsey at the plate for Sissonville. Here's a 3-2 pitch from Maynard. Popped up, looks to be out of play. Over toward the fans at Sissonville High School, and it hits right into that section. Stays 3-2 as Ramsey fights off again. So a battle right now between Maynard and Ramsey, as these guys have probably had about 11 pitches just in this one at bat. As Maynard again steps in for the 3-2. Breaking ball misses high, walks him. So bases are loaded with 1 out now for Sissonville. And that brings up Stevie Loftus, who has struck out, popped up to first. And now we have Coleman at third, the Haynes batting spot at second, and now Ramsey at first. And here's the pitch to Loftus. And it's high, ball 1. So with 1 out, as Maynard steps in with Stevie Loftus at the plate, looking at ball one and no strikes, the 1-0 count. That's a base hit up the middle, fielded cleanly by Slack. He throws home. And Loftus on a 1 RBI single puts Sissonville on the board. So Loftus rips one up the middle. That scores 1 right now, so your score is 2-1, and bases are still loaded, and that brings up number 1, Eli Simonton, who has popped up and flew out to center field. But still, just 1 out on the board. And bases are loaded with 1 out. Fielded cleanly by Kirk, over to 6-4. And not the 3, but he does get a fielder's choice as Carson Kirk saves at least 2 to 3 runs there. That was a nice play by Carson Kirk. And this ball game is tied with runners at first and third now and 2 outs. As Simonton hits into the fielder's choice 6-4 for the second out. And Ramsey's now at third. And Simonton is at first. And that brings up Carpenter with 2 outs in a 2-2 ball game. Misses high, 1-0. So the ground ball was hit deep. That would have been right. That would have scored at least 2. And the play by Kirk kept it at 1 run scoring there to make it 2-2. Throws over to first, and he's safe. And the fielder's choice, Kirk able to get the second out of the inning. And to keep this game tied. So it's 2-2 now, top of the 5th. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Strike 1 as he looks at it, making it 1-1. Colton Carpenter is up, who has grounded out to short and hit by a pitch. Here's the 1-1. Runner goes, fouls it off, makes it 1-2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs on Carpenter. As Dawson Maynard is getting ready to throw his 88th pitch of the game, as the Logan fans stand up to rally behind Maynard on a 1-2 count. The 1-2 from Maynard. The runner goes. He steps off. The play's at home. He calls him safe. He is safe at home. And he's out at third. A lot of went on right there, but the runner did score. And Sissonville takes a 3-2 lead. And the runner's out at third on the throwback from home plate. Either way, we're going to the bottom of the 5th. Your score, Sissonville 3, Logan 2. All right, we're ready to start the bottom of the fifth. As Logan down 3-2 now. Get the scoreboard set up here. Ryan Roberts steps in for Logan. Cottrell's on the mound. And there's a rip. There's a single into left field by Ryan Roberts. A leadoff single. One pitch, one hit. That brings up Jared Burnett, who had a single his last time up. And Roberts is at first on the leadoff single here in the bottom of the fifth. And here comes the first pitch to Burnett. Tries to bunt it but misses it, making it 0-1, so no balls, one strike. On Jared Burnett, Logan does have a runner at first on the leadoff single by Ryan Roberts. The third hit of the game, only the fourth total in this whole ball game. Burnett steps in with Cottrell on the mound. Ryan Roberts is at first. No balls, one strike. Here's the pitch to Burnett. Lays down the bunt. That's a nice bunt. And on the sack bunt, they advance the runner. And that brings up Carson Kirk for Logan. So Jared Burnett does his job and gets Ryan Roberts in scoring position here in the bottom of the fifth. That brings up Carson Kirk for Logan. That's outside, 1-0. So one ball, no strikes, one out. Here in the bottom of the fifth, Logan down 3-2 as Sissonville put 3 runs in the fifth inning. The pitch. Breaking ball misses, makes it 2-0. So 2 balls, no strikes on Carson Kirk with 1 out and a runner at second. As Roberts had the leadoff single this inning. And on the sack bunt by Burnett, put him over to second. Now Kirk is at home trying to get him in. And he pops one back out of play, making it 2-1. Two balls, one strike, 1 out. Bottom of the fifth inning. Ryan Roberts at second. Here's the 2-1 to Kirk. Fouls it off, 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes on Carson Kirk. The 2-2. Swings and misses, strike 3. Up to bat for Logan, number 23, Aiden Slack. So that brings Aiden Slack up to bat for Logan with 2 outs on the board, runner at second. You got to think a single here would score Roberts from second. And here's the pitch to Slack. Breaking ball misses high, 1-0. One ball, no strikes. 2 outs here in the bottom of the fifth. The 1-0. Swings and misses, makes it 1-1. The 1-1 to Slack. It's in the dirt. Runner does not advance. Makes it 2-1. So 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Aiden Slack at the plate with a 2-1 count. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball misses high. So it's 3-1. The 3-1 pitch. Swings and misses. 3-2. So a full count here with 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th as the Logan fans rally behind Aiden Slack. And here's the 3-2 pitch. He pops it up over to second, and he does catch it. All right, we got 5 innings in the books. Logan down 3-2. We'll be right back. All right, we're ready to start the 6th inning. Logan down 3-2. Colton Carpenter, who has grounded out to short, been hit by a pitch, steps in to lead off the 6th inning. Dawson Maynard still on the mound for Logan and hits the batter. So the first pitch of the 6th inning hits the batter, and Sissonville has a runner at first. As Kevin calls time. And they're going to make a pitching change, I believe, here. As Jared Burnett will come in to pitch for Logan High School. So with no outs here in the top of the 6th, they got a runner at first. Jared Burnett coming in to pitch for Logan High School. So a pitching change is happening. And we'll be right back. right, we're ready to start. Back up here as Jared Burnett steps up with a runner at first. Here in the top of the 6th inning. And coming in to bat for Sissonville is Braden Perdue. Shows bunt, misses in the dirt, ball 1. One ball, no strikes as Perdue shows bunt. Trying to bunt over Colton Carpenter. And here comes the 1-0 pitch from Jared Burnett. Throws over, got him. Ooh! I will tell you this, the umpire missed that one. He was out at first on the throw over by Burnett as he missed it. He definitely missed it. That was definitely out. I had a perfect angle on that one. But either way, it doesn't matter. He's at first base. Throws over again as he slides in safely. All right, Braden Perdue at the plate for Sissonville. 1 ball, no strikes. Here's the 1-0 pitch from Jared Burnett. Shows bunt, pulls back, ball 2. So 2-0. As in this situation, you've got to think the batter's going to show bunt and pull back here, and he does exactly what I said. And makes it, though, Burnett able to get the pitch in there for 2 balls and 1 strike. Bunt probably still on here. 2-1 pitch. Nope. Ground ball toward, touched by Kirk. And on the errant throw to first, it turns into a fielder's choice 6. Runner is safe at first. 1 out on the board. She almost pulled a double play, but not able to get it done. And Perdue is safe at first. And up to bat for Sissonville is number 24, Colin Cottrell, with 1 out. As he's got a big leadoff at first. Doesn't go. Bunts laid down. Fielded cleanly by Burnett. Over to first. And on the sack bunt, 2 outs are on the board, but the runner is at second. In a game like this, with the pitching the way it is, just getting a runner in scoring position is very important because you never know what might happen. So the sack bunt puts 2 outs on the board, but a runner in scoring position here in the top of the 6th. Porch steps in. He struck out and walked and swings and misses, making it 0-1, so no balls and 1 strike on Ports. The 0-1 pitch from Burnett. High, gets by the catcher very high. He had no chance at catching that one. And the runner advances on the 1-1 count. Ball may have slipped out of his hand a little bit, went really high, went back behind the catcher, and the runner now is at third. So with 2 outs and a 1-1 count, Sissonville has a runner at third. Here's the 1-1 from Burnett. That's high, making it 2-1. So 2 balls, 1 strike. 2 outs, top of the 6th. Logan down 3-2 with 2 outs here, and Ports at the plate with the 2-1 count. That's low, 3-1. 3 balls and 1 strike now. Logan trying to get this third out so this runner at third does not score. And you got 3 balls and 1 strike. And here comes the pitch from Burnett. And he says it misses outside. And now you got runners on the corners. So Ports now at first, putting runners on the corners, and that brings up Jacob Coleman, who has scored a run and walked twice in this ball game. As Coleman steps in with 2 outs and runners on the corner. The pitch from Burnett. Right in there for strike 1 as he looks at it. So 0-1 on Jacob Coleman. The 0-1. Right down the pipe, 0-2. Looks at strike 2 on that one. So no balls, 2 strikes with 2 outs. Logan trying to get out of this inning with no damage. As Sissonville has runners on the corners, you got to think they're going to probably bring that runner off of first here. I would not worry about that runner. Don't let the runner at third score. Here's the 0-2 as he steps off. Burnett steps off, but now steps back up. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runners on the corners. You got to think that runner at first is going to move here. And here comes the 0-2 pitch. Runner does not move. And the curveball just misses. They check, and he says he didn't go, but that was really close. But makes it 1-2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes on Jacob Coleman. The 1-2 from Burnett. In the dirt, 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 outs, top of the 6th. Logan a strike away and an out away from getting out of this top part of the 6th with no damage. And here comes the 2-2-2. High, 3-2. So now a full count on your number 8 hitter in the lineup, number 4, Jacob Coleman. Full count now with runners on the corners. The 3-2 pitch from Burnett. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Logan gets out of the inning there. No runs. We are going to the bottom of the 6th. Getting late in the game. Logan down 3-2. We'll be right back. All right, we're ready to start the bottom of the sixth. Jake Ramey comes up for Logan High School. Fouls that one back, making it 0-1. So we're in the bottom of the sixth. Logan down 3-2. Colin Cottrell still in for Sissonville High School. He just pitched his 70th pitch, so you got to think he's going the complete way here. Here's the pitch from Cottrell. And there is a line drive to short, caught by the shortstop with one out now. Dawson Maynard comes in with one out on the board. Pitch is high, ball one. Ramey ripped one, but right at the shortstop for the first out. Maynard on the day is 1 for 2, fly out and a single. And he looks at a breaking ball for strike one. 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Logan going to have to get some offense going here as they got 2 more chances here from the bottom of the sixth. And he swings and misses, makes it 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes, 1 out on Dawson Maynard. Misses the outside. Makes it 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. The 2-2. High fly ball towards center, should be caught. He's underneath it, and there's the catch for the second out. That brings up Bostic with 2 outs as Cottrell is just making short work here. Logan going to have to get some bats moving here. Here in the bottom of the sixth as Bostic steps in. Come on, Corbin. Looks at strike one. So no balls, 1 strike. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Bostic. Misses low, 1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 outs. Logan down 3-2 despite giving up only 1 hit. As Bostic rips one into right field for a single. He waited on it and rips it in there, so Bostic is on. And with 2 outs, Garrett Williamson comes to the plate for Logan. Bostic with a big lead. And he slides back in safely as Cottrell throws over to first. Garrett Williamson at the plate. 2 outs. The speedy Bostic at first. Got to get him in scoring position here. You got to think he's going to try to steal. As Williamson swings and misses, making it 0-1. So no balls, 1 strike. Cottrell is a lefty. He can stare right at first base, and that kind of confused Bostic on that one. As he took a step, but then come back. Big leadoff. Throws over to first. He's safe. As they know, they've got to get Bostic in scoring position here. Bostic getting a really big lead here. The 0-1. He's going. Throws over to first. Over to second. He is safe. So the gamble pays off for Logan High School as he steals. Cottrell throws to first, but on the throw to second, Bostic able to beat it out. And Logan has a runner in scoring position with 2 outs. And an 0-1 count on Garrett Williamson. So Bostic now at second base. And here comes the 0-1 to Williamson. Fouls it off, 0-2. So no balls and 2 strikes. In that situation, with the pitching that you're facing right now, you got to take that chance and put Bostic at second. And he is there. Williamson looking at an 0-2 count with 2 outs on the board, as Logan's got the 6th and the 7th to tie this game up and don't allow any more runs in the top of the 7th. But right now, the most important thing is getting Bostic in, as Williamson steps in with an 0-2 count and 2 outs. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swings and misses, strike 3. So the threat ends with no runs. We're going to the top of the 7th. 3-2 ball game. We'll be right back. All right, coming up for Sissonville, the number 9 hitter, number 14, Lake Haynes, as Logan going to try to hold him here to keep it within 1 and get to the bottom of the 7th and attempt to tie this game up. We're in the 7th inning, Logan down 3-2. And here's the first pitch to Haynes. Misses low, 1-0. On the mound for Logan, Jared Burnett. The 1-0 pitch. Misses low, 2-0. So 2 balls, no strikes. On the board through 6. 3 runs, 1 hit. No errors for Sissonville. Logan, 2 runs, 4 hits. No errors as the count goes to 3-0. 3 balls and no strikes on the number 9 hole hitter, Lake Haynes. And that's in there for strike 1, 3-1. So 3 balls, 1 strike. On Haynes, 3-1. Hits the outside corner, 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes on Haynes. Fouls it back, stays 3-2. So 3 balls, 2 strikes here in the top of the 7th. The 9-hole hitter is up, Lake Haynes. And it's a full count right now as Logan's down 3-2 in the top of the 7th. Logan's got to at least tie this game up to go to extra innings. The full count. High, walks him. So the leadoff runner gets on as Logan walks him. And that brings up Isaiah Ramsey. leadoff batter is on with a walk. And that brings up Ramsey, who was walked twice and flew out in the first inning to center field. Score right now, Sissonville 3, Logan 2. As the Sissonville coach is making some changes, bringing in some pinch runners. And here comes the pitch to Ramsey. Shows bunt, and it is foul, making it 0-1. So no balls, 1 strike on Ramsey. The 0-1 pitch. I don't think he pulled that back, but I guess he did. Looked like to me he didn't pull it back, but they called it a ball, so it's 1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike. I don't believe the runner at first is a threat to steal here, as he is not looking to steal. Throws over, and he is safe. But they are trying to bunt him over. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Bigger leadoff this time. And that's high, making it 2-1. So 2 balls, 1 strike. No outs here at the top of the 7th as Ramsey sets in. Gets the signs from the coaches. And here's the 2-1 pitch. Bunt foul, 2-2. So you guys think the bunt is off now with the 2-2 count. As the third base coach puts his signs into play. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. On Isaiah Ramsey. Burnett on the mound, Ramsey at the plate. Here's the 2-2. Throws over to first, and he is safe. As Ramsey settles in on a 2-2 count. The pitch. High. As actually, they call a balk on Jared Burnett. So the pitch, I don't think counts. As the umpire steps out of the back, I still believe it's 2-2 with a runner at second. All right, 2 balls, 2 strikes with a runner at second. Here's the 2-2 pitch to Ramsey. Ground ball foul. Stays 2-2. All right, here we go. The 2-2 pitch to Ramsey. High, 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes. No outs here in the top of the 7th. Got a runner at second. Walks him. So as he walks him now with runners at first and second and no outs. If I'm not mistaken, that might be the 9th walk of this game for Logan High School. That is the 7th walk of this game. It's 0-2 right now on Stevie Loftus with no outs, runners at first and second. 0-2 count. Here's the 0-2 pitch from Burnett. Just misses. As the batter says it hit him, but the umpire said no. That makes it 1-2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes on Stevie Loftus. With runners at first and second, here's the 1-2 pitch with no outs on the board by Burnett. Strike 3. So the strikeout is in there. And 1 out is on the board now for Logan High School. As Kevin comes out to make a mound visit. We're going to take a break here. Be right back. All right, coming up to bat for Sissonville is number 1, Eli Simonton, with 1 out and runners at first and second. Simonton has grounded to a fielder's choice, flew out to center field, and popped up. That's in the dirt, 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes. Swings and misses, makes it 1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Here in the top of the 7th. Runners are at first and second for Sissonville. Logan trying not to allow any more damage as they go to the bottom of the 7th to attempt to tie this game up or take the win. But right now we've got to get out of this top part of the inning. And here's the 1-1 pitch. That's right down the pipe, 1-2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes on Simonton. Coming up for Logan is Lowe, Robertson, Burnett.
If we can get out of this top part of the inning here. Here's the 1-2. It's in the dirt, 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes on Simonton. The 2-2 pitch from Burnett. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 2 outs on the board now. Big strikeout there by Jared Burnett. So Colton Carpenter steps up for Sissonville with 2 outs and runners at first and second. Jared Burnett on the mound for Logan. And here's the pitch to...
Hey, Jared's got...
All right, there we go. That hits the outside corner for strike 1. 0-1 on Carpenter. The 0-1 pitch, he steps off. All right, 2 outs here in the top of the 7th. Runners at first and second. Jared Burnett trying to get out of this inning. There's this 0-1 count here. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss. 0-2. So, no balls and 2 strikes on Carpenter. So no balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Logan trying to get out of this top part of the inning and get into the bottom and at least tie it up. Or even try to take a win home here. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Ground ball. Fielded. Maynard. 5-3. Nice play by Dawson Maynard on a hard hit ball. We're going to the bottom of the 7th. This is it for Logan High School. We're going to the bottom of the 7th. Down 3-2. We'll be right back. All right, here we go. Bottom of the 7th. Connor Lowe comes up for Logan High School. We got to have base runners. Logan's getting loud here. The first pitch to Lowe. Strike 1. So no balls, 1 strike on the curveball. It hits on the inside corner, making it 0-1. Breaking ball misses, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike on Connor Lowe, who is 0 for 2 on the day. The 1-1. Misses inside, 2-1. That's just the 85th pitch by Cottrell, if you want to know about the pitch count. Here's the 2-1. That's right down the middle. 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes on Connor Lowe as he settles in. Logan down 3-2 here in the bottom of the 7th. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Ground ball up the middle, fielded cleanly by the second baseman over to first. And on the 4-3, one out in the books. As Ryan Roberts steps up for Logan High School with one out on the board. Here's the pitch to Roberts. That hits for strike one as he looks at it. Here's the 0-1. Swings and misses, makes it 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. And what has been an absolute pitcher's duel. Sissonville one hit in this ball game, but has the lead. The 0-2 pitch. Misses outside, 1-2. The 1-2 pitch. Pops it up. First baseman's coming over for it. Catcher gets it for out number 2. So Burnett comes up as their 2 outs on the board. As Sissonville 1 out away from taking game 1. Here's the pitch to Burnett. That hits strike 1. Sissonville fans are feeling it right now as they're up on their feet. No balls, 1 strike. Here's the pitch. Swings and misses, 0-2. Actually fouled it back. So no balls, 2 strikes on Burnett with 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th. Logan down 3-2. They've only given up 1 hit in this ball game. But you're going to have to think the story of this game, if Logan can't come back from this, is way too many walks. As Cottrell now has pitched 93 pitches. And we got an 0-2 count on Jared Burnett with 2 outs. In the bottom of the 7th, here's the 0-2 pitch from Cottrell. He steps off. Cottrell steps back up on the mound. Here's the 0-2 pitch to Burnett. Misses outside, 1-2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes now on Jared Burnett. Here's the 1-2. Popped back out of play, stays 1-2. Burnett is battling. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, bottom of the 7th. Burnett stepping into the plate. Cottrell is on the mound. Here's the 1-2 pitch from Colin Cottrell. High, 2-2. That is now the 96th pitch by Cottrell, so the pitch count probably is not going to be a factor unless he starts walking batters, and I don't see that happening right now. But Logan needs to get these bats moving. Here's the 2-2. Breaking ball, strike 3 looking. Ball game is over here at Logan High School. Sissonville takes game 1 on a final score of 3-2 on only 1 hit in this ball game. But the story of this game is walks. Has Logan walked too many and just got the runs in that hurt us there in that 1 inning. 3-run inning there in the 5th inning. But we got a final score here, 3-2. Logan plays at Sissonville tomorrow night. I'll be live tomorrow night, same way tomorrow night. So let's see if Logan can't bounce back tomorrow and tie this series up and bring it back home. I want to thank you for listening in. Have a wonderful evening.